Dan and plebs, we out here with celebrating the American election. If you're wondering why I'm wrapped up like this and why I sound like shit, I'm pretty ill right now. No coincidence whatsoever. But anyway, we've constructed a little Donald Trump deck here for you boys. Just if you're wondering, actually I'll get to that at the end. But anyway, let's just get into the deck profile. So first of all, we have a triple Labyrinth Wall. As you can see, these walls form a labyrinth with no exit for enemies. So when this is on the field, there is no exit for your enemies. Pretty self-explanatory card. Definitely a good policy to have. Something that Border Patrol would definitely appreciate. And it's going to be your opponent who pays for it. So when you sit down at the YCS, you ask your opponent, hey, this is Labyrinth Wall. I'm going to need you to pay for my entry for the $20 I paid to enter this locals or regional or whatever it is. Because that's how this card works. Your opponent pays for this card. So next card is people running about. Although they always suffer in silence, they swear an oath to inevitably revolt. So basically, if you're black, Muslim, gay, Latino, or any other ethnic minority or minority group in general, this is you're probably in this card right here. I can't really zoom in, but you see some people running around. They look like they're pretty distressed, pretty upset. I would be too if I were you. That's really all there is to this card. Is we're just pretty upset. We're pretty upset right now, so we'll play this card. Just gonna run around, panic. Hopefully something gets done. Yeah. So next card is Wall Shadow. Now you see, basically, okay, this actually does have a real effect. So this cannot be special. This cannot be normal or set. Can only be specialed by attributing Labyrinth Wall equipped with Magical Labyrinth. So basically, you build your wall, and then we bolster the wall with more defenses. So we put in Wall Shadows here. What this does is that your opponent cannot get past your wall. If they couldn't get past your wall before, they're definitely not going to get past it now, because there's a 1600 attack monster that runs through the wall. If you've seen the series season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll know what I'm talking about. So really, there's no chance that anyone's going to get through your wall with this guy there. Next card, Quacky Wall. So each of your end phases destroy this card unless you send 1 iron core of Quacky from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal a rock type monster in your hand. So basically, this is the start of the wall, because as you can see, Labyrinth Wall is level 5, so we can't tribute set that just yet. So what we need to do, the combo, is summon Quacky Wall. Trying to keep a straight face, sorry. Summon Quacky Wall, and then reveal Labyrinth Wall in your hand to save it for a turn. Then on the next turn, you tribute set Labyrinth Wall. So the wall just gets bigger. Do you see? The saying Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, our wall wasn't built in a day either. So that's the combo. That's basically the half the deck. Well, we're almost there. So Quacky Wall combos with a Labyrinth Wall. Tribute setting is a combo for this deck, by the way. So next card is Wall of Illusion. Basically, the reason why we play this is because it's a monster that attacks this card is returned to its owner's hand after damage calc, and damage calc is applied normally. That's some really old PSCT right there. So anyway, now what's going to happen is that you're going to enter your tournament, and a lot of people are not going to appreciate the fact that you've placed a wall in front of them. So we need to put more defenses on the wall, like these illusions, to scare off anyone that would try to climb up the wall. Now you see where we're going. Perfect. So next card, Defense Wall. While this card is in face-up defense position, your opponent cannot attack other monsters you control. So the innocent white American man is safe as long as this card is on the field, because it's a defense wall. So nothing can happen to the white man as long as we have defense wall on the field. Yep. Next card is Wave Wall. I haven't actually read this card yet. Let's during each of your opponent's battle phases, negate attacks from monsters your opponent controls up to a number of face-up synchro monsters you control. Okay, let's just skip that one. So spell Wall. I haven't read this one either. Activate one of these effects. Your opponent takes no further damage this turn. During this turn, no summon of a spellcaster type monster can be negated, and when a spellcaster type monster is summoned, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Or target one spellcaster type monster you control. If it attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So as you can see, we play a grand total of 0 spellcasters, so let's move on. Prism Wall. When a face-up monster you control is targets for an attack or an effect monster or an effect monster's effect, target another appropriate face-up monster you control, it becomes the new target of that attack or effect. Then both players take damage equals the new target's attack. So Prism Wall is a quick play spell, as you can see. It's pretty good. So you set this with Labyrinth Wall and like Defense Wall. Now your opponent's just locked. Like they're just locked out. Yeah. How do you out this? How do you out this? Tell me. Exactly. So next card, Magical Labyrinth, of self-explanatory, of course. You need this with your Labyrinth Wall to bring out the wall illusion. Yeah, we've got to protect the wall. Then we have Dimension Wall. Activate only when an opponent's monster declares an attack instead of you. Your opponent takes battle damage you would have taken from this battle. So as you can see, your opponent comes up to hit you, hit your wall, attack your wall. And basically, what happens is that they attack through the wall into a completely other universe, and they get teleported away from the wall. So we have interdimensional Mexicans with this card. Next is a Wall of Revealing Light. Pay a lot of life points, and now you have an impenetrable wall that loses to nothing except MST. And then Needle Wall. During your standby phase, roll a 6-sided dice. It's always going to be 6 because we're winning. Treat your opponent's monster card zone as numbers 1 to 5, counting from your right. Destroy the monster that is in the same monster card zone as the dice result. Now you're probably wondering, why aren't you just playing Dark Caller Raigeki? Well, shut up. Finally, we have Firewall. When your opponent declares a direct attack, negate that monster's attack by removing from play one Pyro monster in your graveyard. Unfortunately, we don't play Pyro monsters in this deck, so I probably should have thought about this a little bit more. But if you have any suggestions or advice for my wall deck, feel free to let me know. I'm sure there's better cards in the game that have the word wall in it. So thanks for watching. Oh, there's Imperial Iron Wall. Yeah, there you go. So we've got already, we're looking at some good side deck options. But yeah, happy election day, and we'll see you next time.